shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown town streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. The city's so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown town streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. City's so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown town streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively.
Hi everyone, I'm Casey Clark with Amplified Change, and you're watching Good Morning Frederick.
Good morning, Frederick. Today is Wednesday, September 24th, and I'm your host, Dani Gurrie. Welcome to Good Morning Frederick. It is a show all about Frederick County, the people, the events, the places. Thank you so much for dropping in, and we love comments, and I'll share them on the show if they're appropriate enough. I also want to announce, I've talked about it if you've watched the show for a long time. The channel on YouTube that I launched is called Everything Frederick Live. And the whole idea was Good Morning Frederick was just one show on lots of different shows. I want a lot of different shows about Frederick. That's the thing. I'm sorry. I'm getting text messages and, and emails. Oh, it's so hard to ignore those notifications. Anyway, getting back to it. I have been working really hard to try to get other people in Frederick County to do a podcast. And I am excited to announce today we just released the first episode of the Mount St. Mary's Athletics podcast. So if you go to YouTube, this is why subscribing to YouTube is so important. Go to YouTube, you will see the Mount St. Mary's episode 1 is now on the Everything Frederick Live channel. And coming soon, actually next week, we just recorded, there's a new series called Heart of Downtown, hosted by Sarah Hurwitz Roby from Colonial Jewelers, all about downtown Frederick. And she is getting deep with some of the people from downtown. The inaugural episode will feature Greg Brown from Monocacy Brewing Hospitality, or Monocacy Hospitality Partners, I think is what it's called. That's going to be a great series highlighting just downtown Frederick. So you got to go subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's why I say that is so important. Want to say good morning to my good friend Jared Castaldi. Huge apologies to Jared, Karma's Auto Care. He came out and detailed my husband's car. He was here for like 9 hours, so long that Mama Cone fed him some of her famous pasta. And I have the videos of the before and after. My husband just got them to me because I was away while he was here. And I am telling you, the sparkling result of that detail is nothing short of phenomenal. Karma's Auto Care. I will get him on the video before and after on the show tomorrow. But I'm writing myself a note as I do. But I need to just tell you, 100% recommend. Here's the thing I love about it. He comes to you. So you don't have to worry about dropping off your car or doing anything like that. He is meticulous. I mean, so much so you almost feel bad. He's out there forever because he is so meticulous. And the cars look showroom new when he is done. And I am not kidding about that. Highly recommend Jared and Karma's Auto Care. Plus, he is just a great person, and I love him for that too. I want to say good morning to Mama Cone. She's been up early this morning. My niece, Mia, was dropped off this morning to go catch the bus. Want to say good morning to Linda Arrington. She's one of our Watch and Win winners. I know she's waiting for the check. Check is in the mail, Linda. And we got more winners coming up for the rest of this month. Good morning to Gary Morton. Want to say hi to you. And Jorge, Joe Barbaro, is on as well. Good morning to you, my friend. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Great show today. Let me just tell you what we have planned. We have our morning roundup with Bob Miller and maybe Chris Michaels. Bob's already in the studio waiting, so we're going to get on to him. I'm going to recap the Long Walk movie we saw at Warehouse Cinemas last night. Took my family out for that. Well, really, my husband, my brother, my son. We'll talk about that. Happening in Frederick, I got a highlight of some of the events. And if you thought September 27th was busy, just wait till you see October's calendar already filling up. Then I have an amazing interview with Tammy Ray and Carroll Smith about the Traveling Vietnam War Memorial. I never even knew this existed before talking to Tammy about a month ago. Phenomenal. And it is coming to the new Windsor Fire Department Carnival Grounds October 8th. And we'll be here that whole weekend. And you got to get out there to see it. And, of course, our Watch and Win vehicle for today. All right. All Good Morning Frederick merch proceeds benefit the Met in their capital campaign for Key Stage. So get to the home of everything Frederick starting today, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. And I'm telling you, we're there a lot now. And I got to update our hours soon. But if you see the door open, if you see us working in there, we're trying to get some stuff sorted for this podcast studio. Please stop in and say hello. Always happy to sell you a shirt or two, or even a chapstick or pin, so that the Met can benefit. All right, we got to officially start this show. It is a busy, busy hump day right here at Good Morning Frederick. Huge thank you to Fusion Car Wash, our show sponsor, now with 2 locations to serve you. One on Spectrum Drive and the other on Thomas Johnson Drive. Kind of 2 ends of Frederick, which is great, very convenient. And one with a full service location. So Spectrum Drive, you drive through the tunnel and you have the option of getting that mini interior car detail from the Fusion Car Wash staff. TJ Drive, after you drive through, they've got those self-serve vacuums to make sure the interior stays nice and clean by your own doing. It's all good. Download the Fusion Car Wash app, and you can sign up for your monthly membership, or just when you download the app, you get a free car wash. Go try them out and see what you think. FusionCarWash.com. All right, let's see what's happening in the morning roundup. Morning Roundup is sponsored by Auto Trim Design of Mid-Maryland. Window tinting, paint protection film, ceramic coating, vinyl wraps like on the Good Morning Frederick car. Also, customized leather upholstered car seats. They can take care of all your aftermarket enhancements. Auto Trim Design of Mid-Maryland, accessories for any lifestyle. Find them on Urbana Pike or at autotrim-md.com. Well, good morning.
Well, good morning. It seems like I haven't been here for ages, but
I know. Well,
glad
the
to be
Great
back.
Frederick Fair was here, and you were out there quite a bit. So Frederick didn't miss you because thousands of people saw you over that weekend.
Yeah. Unfortunately, some of them tried to follow me into the bathroom. I had to say, hey, slow your roll here. Slow your roll. So, hey, I was wondering, I was listening to the beginning of the show, and you had it's amazing what you're doing and all this stuff. But what about the segment that I thought was going to happen, and that's Marco's Madness?
That's daily. That is daily here. So Bob is referring to my brother Marco, has moved down here, and here's a funny story, and I'm going to share this because you guys are my friends. I love all of you, and many of you know my brother has been in radio. Actually, I got my brother in radio in 1984, I think, or 85,
And he still
when I
loves
got
you.
into radio. And he and Bob have worked together and lived together. And in radio back in the 80s, good morning, Chris. Thanks for joining.
Good morning.
In radio back in the 80s, you didn't use your real name hardly ever. And my brother has worked in radio for over 30 years, has had many, many names. So we had this discussion recently as I was moving him from Ohio back here to help me with this podcast studio idea we're doing. I said, what's your name going to be? How am I introducing you? And quite honestly, I have flip-flopped between actually not even his given name, his name that he grew up with, which is Randy, and his Marco name, which we've known for the last several years. It's quite hilarious because I don't even know how to introduce him anymore. I was going to spin a wheel, and whatever it landed on, that's what we were going to call him. So
that works. That works for him. So
how about and he does not look like a Randy. How about Marco Polo? I like that one. Let's use that one.
That's the first time that's been ever said, Chris Michaels.
I got to tell you something. Again, I never met your brother in person, but I was looking at pictures of him, and he does not look like he's been in the industry for 30 years. He looks way too young. Your brother does. I mean, and I hope he doesn't
Mama Cone jeans. The Mama Cone jeans. Let me just tell you.
It must be because your sister too. I mean, I saw pictures. I've never met her, but your sister looks amazing. And you, of course. Hey, listen. Not only do you look amazing, but you're the one that brightens up our skies when you smile, man. Don't forget that, Dani.
Well, not this morning. Even though I am smiling, we don't have a very.
But you're not smiling outside. That's the difference. You got to go outside and smile, Dani Gurrie.
True. I've not been outside yet. So I want to recap real quick because Chris is such a movie buff now. Went to Warehouse Cinemas last evening. First of all, shout out to Warehouse Cinemas. I will say this. Best theater, hands down, in my opinion. Just unlimited popcorn and sodas. I mean, you got to check the box on that one. I love the fact that even though the only tickets left were the front row, it's not annoying because those seats recline so much. You're at a perfect viewpoint. And the heated seats were on point last night. I forgot to bring my sweatshirt. I actually saw somebody in a Snuggie, though, as we were walking out after the movie was over. But so Warehouse Cinemas, amazing. Food, top notch. I could just go there and have dinner. I had a crab pizza last night that was so good. So anyway, The Long Walk is the new Stephen King movie. I mean, extraordinarily, the storyline, amazing. The character, build up and character, I don't know what you call it, but they were really, really good. So graphic that I sometimes wonder, was that really necessary? Was it really necessary? But if you guys have not heard about this movie, it is basically the Hunger Games during a walk. Basically, these 50 young men are selected in a lottery to walk until there's only one left. And it is crazy movie. But anyway, so that's what we went to see last night. My son chose it, wanted to see it, so we went along. And I went to the 8:40 movie, guys.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Right?
Like, what are you crazy?
I know, and I didn't even fall asleep because, again, very graphic movie. But it was a good movie. It was a good movie, and if you like Stephen King, if you like those types of movies, I'm just again warning. Just some of the violence in it. They end up. Well, I'm not going to give it away, but anyway, it's graphic. It is graphic. It's a graphic movie, and you feel horrible, and it is a little heartwarming at the end, but it's just not. Yeah, it's a Stephen King movie. I'm just going to say that. So
All the other ones are dead, but I survived.
Well, graphic and violent sounds like just a Tuesday evening in Yonkers, New York. To be honest with you, I could just go to Yonkers to see something like that. I don't have to go to some warehouse. But look, I'm laughing. I'm laughing because you're trying to explain to me about the movie, and you compare it to a movie I've never seen, The Hunger Games. So that's not going to work for me, Dani, because I've never seen The Hunger Games.
That's on you, because Hunger Games is on that daggone list that we have not discussed for quite some time. The children are crying, Chris. The children are crying.
Dani, I need a pass for last week. There was that small thing called the Great Frederick Fair where I worked like 70 plus hours.
I don't think the kids would feel that good about the past. There you go, Chris.
Well, if they would have came to the Frederick Fair, they would have felt great because they would have seen Bob and I, and they would have had fun. So hopefully they went to the Frederick Fair to put a smile on their crying faces. Look, love the kids of Frederick County. No denying that. But, I mean, I was so exhausted last week, Dani, that I couldn't even begin to tell you that it was rough, but it was fun. We had a great time.
Hey, let's see your fingernails.
Oh, I got my Tuesdays were over, so I got rid of it.
We needed to have a deadline. I thought you had to have it on at least until you were on the show.
No, I didn't. Yeah. No, for 2 days was what we talked about. And I did it for my 2 days, but just in case you're wondering, Dani, it was every bit of miserable. So I went to a local pizza joint, which I got to tell you right now, I live in Town. There's 4 pizza joints next to me. They all stink. How could you have 4 pizza joints next to you and they are horrible? But anyway, I went to one of the pizza joints because I was starving. It was the only thing open. And I walk in there and I've obviously got my nails done. And this girl has got and I don't know if she was just breaking balls or she was just, telling the truth, but she says to me, "Oh my God, you did such a great job with your nails. Can you do mine?" And I'm not happy about this. I don't see the humor in that whatsoever. I'm pretty pissed off. Excuse my, I'm sorry. I'm pretty upset. I'm sorry, my language. And so I say to myself, I say to her, I was like, look, I said, I work in radio. This was a radio bet and I lost the bet. And then she's got the nerve to say to me, "Oh, well, this is 2025. You don't have to make excuses. Be proud of who you are.
That's right.
And don't try to hide it."
Embrace the lifestyle, right. Chris. We know that you want to embrace the lifestyle.
I said, look, the only time I am in the closet is about being a Jets fan. That is it. Otherwise, it was a bet. Now, there's anything wrong with that. There isn't. I'm just saying, me personally. So it was a horrible. Then I went to Chick-fil-A, and let me tell you something. If you're a dude and you got painted nails, you don't want to walk in Chick-fil-A because the amount of looks
you could have put on gloves when it was like 89 degrees.
Right. So I want to get into this, and I'm probably going to have to forego news today because, we only have a limited amount of time on the show, and this is news in itself. Okay. I am absolutely protesting this win by Dani. I went ahead and did the nails and everything like that. But for those viewers out there who are viewing, okay, look, they gave us horses and they knew I was going to win. So they stuck me with a driver who I was talking to the driver, nice guy. And I asked him, I said, "Hey, so how long you been doing the horses thing?" And he's like, "Oh, I do the horse thing, but I'm a potato farmer by trade." I told the guy, I says, "We're not riding potatoes, we're riding horses. Do you know anything about horses?" The guy says, "Yeah, I know enough about horses."
You're not riding horses. You're being pulled by a horse.
Okay, well, whatever the case. Okay, right. Okay, but the bottom line is, we're riding the horse, and I gotta tell you something, man. I'm just throwing this out there. I think there was some cahoots because out of all the horses, mine, I was looking from the rear. Okay, my horse was huge and reminded me of a girl I once dated, 20 years ago from the Bronx. Okay, so I'm just throwing that out there. That right there alone wasn't fair. Second of all, I believe Danny's driver made an illegal move because I noticed the horse, as we were trying to make our move to pass Danny, moved his left leg and got rocks in my horse's eye. Therefore, we had to slow down. We're unable to make that move, that wide turn to pass Danny. Now, when I brought this up to the judges, all they did was what Danny's doing now is they laughed at me. And so I find it insulting.
Right. So if people are wondering what the heck we are talking about,
what am I battling about?
Participated in the celebrity, I'm going to use that in quotes, celebrity harness race at the Great Frederick Fair last Friday. And Chris and I had a bet. And if he won, I would have had to wear a bald skull cap with a WFMD sticker and a Cowboys jersey, which I feel like mine would have been way worse. And he had to get his nails painted by his daughter, which she did. And I did run that on the show on Monday, the results of the nail painting. But that was fun. We had a great time. We got to ride in the gate car, which I've never been in that before. I almost broke Chris's shoulder because I went flying off the jump seat and then got stuck because I was wedged in this 1979 jalopy. And
El Camino, right?
Mobile top on it. It was very fun, though. It was really fun. Had a great time at the fair. I want to thank Karen and all the staff at the Great Frederick Fair for putting on another amazing fair week. But Chris lost fair and square. I do have the GoPro video of us coming behind to pass him, which was hilarious because he wasn't expecting us to be right there when we pulled up. And got to thank all the drivers of the Pacers. I think they're Pacers, not trotters, but either way, the harness guys were great. And my guy, it's so funny. I said, "Oh, so do you ride a lot?" And he goes, "I've only been on the back of one horse ever. So this is all he does. This is what he travels around and he races, and it was really, really good time." So and you lost.
So he wasn't a potato farmer. Your driver, apparently, correct?
A potato farmer. Actually, it was funny because after the gate opened and we fell in third, so our Sean Butcher from the News Post was in the first horse, in first. Chris was in second, and we were in third. I looked over at my driver, and he's just like, it's okay. It's okay. We got half a track. We're plenty of time. And just when we started pulling out, Chris turned around and was shocked to see us there. So it was fun.
Yeah, and just a warning, I was shocked. I did not know Danny was recording. And I said a word.
I might have to bleep it. But
I said a word.
YouTube, but not for young ears. Funny.
I said a word equivalent to what I stepped in the whole time at the track.
Oh, and I do need to share the picture. Do I have it of you with the horse you really loved?
Oh, God, we're not going to get into that, are we, Danny? Oh, as if this wasn't rough enough for me. I suffered a near fracture of my shoulder, almost got a GoPro stuck in my nose. We're going to talk about that.
And you almost cracked your skull on. Thank God you're wearing that helmet.
Listen, that wasn't my fault, okay? I was testing the helmet to make sure it worked. Luckily, the helmet works great, by the way. If you're looking to use one of those helmets, whatever the company was, it works well. Yeah, I smacked my head. I wasn't paying attention, and I smacked my head on the roof. I don't know, with the barn or something, and just totally smacked my head. Luckily, I had the helmet on, thank God, because that would have been disastrous. I probably would have slit my head wide open because that was hard.
That was fun. Anyway, all right.
Let me just say one more thing to my defense, okay? Regarding the horse issue, and you're gonna have to explain what we're talking about here. We were standing a good, I'd say, 1.5 miles back from that horse, and with the sunlight with the sunlight glistening off the horse, it looked 100% real. Okay, nobody else can deny that. Okay, anyway.
This last half hour of whining by Chris Michaels is being brought to you by Gary Morton for Sheriff.
Yes. Yes. Oh God.
So it was a fun experience again for my third year in a row. Well, second, because the last year was canceled because of the weather. It was great to go out there, hang out with friends, and look. Bottom line is, don't ever make bets, folks, because you could lose and you could wind up with painted fingernails. Looking like the late, may he rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne, except pink.
Oh boy. Anyway, good fun. I will find that photo though, because that was good.
And if you get a chance, we got to get that video of us in the car because that was pretty. I will say that was pretty funny. It was very interesting. And the one good thing for our WFMD listeners out there about that car, it had AM radio. That's how old that car was. At one point, the driver was driving, and I could have sworn the steering wheel came off. But it was a very old vehicle. Let's put it like that.
Here you go. There's Chris.
Tell me that horse does not look real, Bob. That looks real, that horse. I thought that was my horse because it looked real. I mean, from as far back as we were, and with the light hitting it in the right angle, it looked like a real horse. I want you to notice right there the legs. Look at how the legs are. Does that not look like real legs and veins?
No.
Oh,
and then when you walked up and got closer, did you realize that it wasn't a real horse? And you're like, oh, this is not a real horse, and walk away.
It took him within about 4 feet. He kept saying that horse is standing really still. And I thought he was kidding, but he wasn't.
Yeah, well, and look, he's almost doing the thumbs up thing with the arm, but he didn't.
I look, honestly, the reason why I didn't notice it was because I was looking at the other horses, doing my homework, studying, just in case my potato farmer driver couldn't do it and I had to drive the horse. But anyway, it was fun. Good times. So,
yeah, it was good fun.
We'll forego news today, and we'll do it tomorrow.
Okay. What is happening with the weather? What is the weather coming up? I'm scared because tomorrow is the final Alive at 5, and it doesn't look like it's going to be a great day.
So we're looking, as far as weather today, right now currently 65 out there, and it was foggy this morning. I haven't been outside since, but we could get some rain today, possibly looking at a high of 78 down to a low of the 60s. And then tomorrow, like you said, well, we could get some rain today again. Not 100% sure on that. But tomorrow we're looking at 75% chance of rain. So tomorrow live at 5. I don't know if it's going to happen. There actually, might be a better chance of me painting my nails again for the fun of it.
Keep making bets. So. Keep making bets, and there's a good chance of that.
Don't make a bet that your nails can't cash, as they say.
Right. That's right.
All right, Bob. What's happening in sports?
Dean Kramer struck out 4, hit one batter, but walked none in his 30th outing in a game between two clubs that were eliminated from the postseason. But hey, he pitched a pretty good game, 6-0 win. The Orioles got over Tampa Bay Rays as they finished their final home series. The Washington Nationals got beat 3-2. It was by the Atlanta Braves, who have won 10 straight. Now, that's 6 straight against, 6 of the 10 against the Nationals. So then they had a 4-game sweep. Giants are turning to rookie quarterback Jackson Dart to start as their quarterback against the Los Angeles Chargers. They're bunching Russell Wilson. And finally, robot umpires are getting a call up to the big leagues. The Major League 11-man competition committee approved the use of automated ball strike systems in the major leagues. Now, you'll still have the umpires, but players will have a chance to go, hey, I don't think you're right. The managers have that right, and there's somebody else who has the right to appeal. The pitcher, the catcher, and the batter will be able to call that. Each one gets 2 per game, and then if you're right, they retain that for another one.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder how long it will. We'll have to see. It would be great to see after a year of using this how many the umpires are correct on and how many they are not. That is really interesting. And I always thought this is a great use for technology, really, because I mean, there have been some controversial
Oh yeah.
calls made, and that's really, I can't wait to see that. That's going to
The
be kinda
robot uprising is begun.
cool. Speak on. Oh, Gary says baseball games are going to be extended by 2 hours. I hope not.
Me too.
All
You know,
right.
not for nothing, but real quickly before we go, can I just throw my opinion in on robots? I think I would have had a better chance of winning if a robot would have drove that slicky or slinky that we drove in, whatever it's called, than the driver we had. So I'm just throwing that out there.
It's called a sulking,
All right.
which
That's
is
what I
what you've
said.
been doing since you've lost. Sulking.
Right. All right.
That's
Have
what I
an
said.
awesome
All right.
day. Great to have you
Have
guys
a great day.
back. I will see you here tomorrow.
Welcome back, everybody. Oh, Dani never left.
I didn't. It's all good, though. All right. See you later. Oh, boy. Oh, they are fun. All right. We got to take a quick ad break. Then we're coming back with what's happening in Frederick. And I've got the details for this traveling Vietnam wall that is coming to New Windsor. This is amazing. And if you know a Vietnam veteran, please watch this interview, because we want to make sure this is to honor the Vietnam veterans that are in our community. It's going to be so powerful. I cannot wait for this event. It's coming October 8th. And you're going to want to stay tuned for that. So all of that comes up just after this.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves. Double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
Real estate goddess, yeah. She's the one to get you there. Homes and dreams are perfect, yeah. Shining family beyond compare.
Hey, if you're like me and you've always wanted to go to Alaska, well, you can join me. Antietam World Travel Service is putting everything together for June 9th through the 20th, 2026. We're going to do the land and the sea. It's going to be wonderful. You can get all the information at antietamtravel.com. Go there right now and just express your interest, and we will answer any questions that you have, but you can join me. Let's go to Alaska. Let's see all the great stuff Alaska has. June 9th through 20th, 2026.
Oh, yeah. Let's go to Alaska. Come with me. It's going to be a great trip. All right, let's find out what is happening in Frederick, and get your calendars ready. It is full. Happening in Frederick is sponsored by Intense Barbecue, family-owned barbecue food truck and catering company. They cook in small batches, making sure the food you get is as fresh as it can be when you receive it. Find them at intensebarbecue.com and satisfy your meat tooth. I love that. All right, of course, Watch and Win is on right now. What does that mean, you ask? Well, if you have a Good Morning Frederick magnet on your vehicle, and here's the cool thing about it. Most of the magnet is the Maryland flag, and you know how we are about the Maryland flag, right? So show your Maryland pride. Put on the Good Morning Frederick magnet on your vehicle. When you text me a picture of that vehicle, you get a Maryland Lottery scratch-off straight up. So already you're a winner. But if I show that magnet on your vehicle on this show, you win $100. Now, don't panic if you don't have a Good Morning Frederick magnet. You can get one today at Tree Trekkers, at Kids First Swim School, at Key City Myofascial Release, or at the home of everything Frederick. In fact, at 401 North Market Street, you can grab your magnet 24/7. I have a basket of them sitting out front on 4th and Market that you can pick up anytime. Slap that on the back of your car or on wherever it'll stick. I know sometimes It's all plastic back there. So gas cap covers and all of that, that's fine. Put it on there. Send me a picture. Bam, you get a Maryland Lottery scratch off. And you could win $100 just like Linda, Michelle, and Laura. Laura, all winners in the Watch and Win. All right, today, 5:30 is Cocktails and Carousels. It is at 7th Sister. If you think you might want to bid on one of the carousel horses or the chicken, I really want the chicken, then you can bid actually online. Go to fredericartscouncil.org. There are details right on their website. If you want to be in person, you can do that as well, but you don't have to be. From the comfort of your own home, you can bid on and potentially win one of the carousel horses or figures that have been redecorated by some of our local artists, and you can own it. I think that would be so cool. I think it would look great at 401 North Market Street, to be honest. I'm going to have to look and see what the bids are up to now. All right. Tomorrow is the final Alive at 5. It would be so devastating for it to rain on the final one. I've been looking forward to this all season long. Hopefully, well, you'll have to keep an eye. They tend to make their weather calls by about noon or 1 o'clock. So watch for that. Downtown Frederick Partnership. Watch their socials for that. The 26th, Friday, kicks off Frederick's Oktoberfest. I'm going to have Debbie Streeton on tomorrow. I talked to her yesterday and to talk all about Frederick's Oktoberfest at the fairgrounds and what's going on. 6 to 10 p.m. Friday night is 21 and up only. Okay, Friday night is 21 up only. It continues on Saturday, and that one is all ages. These are the events for Saturday, the 27th. I got to tell you, it just everything has aligned, and everybody thought end of September would be a great time to have an event, and it is a great time to have an event. It's just it's a lot of competition if you're having an event. So let's talk about it. Kicking off the day, pun intended, with the annual kickball tournament is Each One Teach One. That is at Ballinger Creek Park. Then you got 9 a.m. Frederick Airport's Festival of Flight Day. Then also at 9, the St. Jude Walk, hosted by Delta Sigma Theta Sorority, is at Sophie and Madigan's Playground. We love when people raise money for kids. St. Jude is a great organization. You can head over to Sophie and Madigan's Playground at 9 a.m. And I think I'm trying to talk to a couple of the organizers, and we will get them on to talk about why they chose St. Jude. 10 to noon, you can come celebrate 50 years of Christmas Cash for Kids. That's at McCutcheon's Apple Products. At 11, you can join Chris Michaels and I. We'll be broadcasting for WFMD at Covenant Family Chapel on Coppermine Road in Woodsboro. It's a full family fun day, open to the public. Come on out and enjoy. Plus, if you stop by and see me at Good Morning Frederick, I'm going to have tons of goodies for you. All you have to do is subscribe, and I'll have my cups. I'll have some t-shirts. I will have some great giveaways for you to stop by and say hello. 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. I will be there. I'll hang out while Chris is there too, and we'll have some good times together. Fall Fest is at Eveready Square in Chabreau on Saturday and Sunday. There's pumpkin carving and lots of great fun happening at Eveready Square in Chabreau. Noon to 7, it's the 6th annual Jeep Fest for St. Jude at the Walkersville Carnival Grounds. That is going on as well. 1 to 3, it is Foxhaven Farms' first ever cake social fundraiser. You can get your tickets at foxhavenfarm.org. And from 5 to 7, there is a benefit for Love for Laughlin at Rockwell Brewery. Now, originally, I had said, I'm going to try to hit all these events on Saturday, the 27th. There is no way I'm going to be able to do that, especially with the live remote right in the middle of the day. But I am going to try to get out to several of them because there are so many amazing events going on. On Sunday, so this is great because if you can't make everything on Saturday, you can opt to do some of these on Sunday. Fall Fest is continuing on Sunday from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. And Dynamic Automotive's 17th annual car show is from noon to 3. I will be stopping by that. Tom Whalen from WFRE will be broadcasting live from 12 to 2. And it benefits the Safe Ride Foundation, which is an awesome organization here in Frederick. And that is at the Dynamic Automotive on Urbana Church Road at 2 p.m. All right. You got to head over, get your tickets right now, weinbergcenter.org for Jorge Bernardo's at New Spire Arts. It is 1963, A Beatles Experience with Jorge Bernardo. He is so entertaining and so talented. And he is going to, I'm sure, play every single song that was released in 1963. That is on the New Spire Arts stage. I just looked at this. Gary, is your event calendar available online? Yes, my friend, it is, of course, because I'm only highlighting a few of the events going on in and around Frederick. I'm going to show you actually how to get to it. Now, there are two ways. You can go to promocircus.com. Promocircus.com. That is my company website. That's where I'm hosting this Google Calendar. And if you click on Everything Frederick Live, you will see the events calendar there. Or if you are good at what I call a short link, bit.ly is actually the link. I'm going to put it up on the screen there. That's all you have to remember. You can bookmark bit.ly / now it's case sensitive, upper E, upper F, and calendar. Everything Frederick calendar is how you find it. Here's what I'm going to show you. And thank you for asking that question, because obviously, I talk about how I just highlight what's going on in and around Frederick, because it would be impossible for me to actually go through every single event every day, though I would love to do it. Sorry, I got to look here. I'm going to share my screen, and I am going to show you the Everything Frederick calendar. Okay, so here it is. When you go to bit.ly / EF calendar, now bit.ly does a protective thing where you're going to have to click now, continue to cite. They, people do dumb stuff, unfortunately. We can't trust anybody. They all ruin a good thing. Not all, but some people ruin a good thing. But click continue to website. Now, when you get to it, you're going to see everything in a month view, and you can see on the day like the 27th, there are 58 events going on that day alone. In Frederick, we have, if you look at today, 69 events going on today in and around Frederick. You can see them right here. Now, very, very difficult to look at the calendar like this. So I always recommend go up to where you can drop down, and you want to change it to schedule. And then you're going to see everything in the time in which it begins. So if you're planning your day, you can look at, hey, I've got 3 o'clock available. What's kicking off at 3? You can see you've got Socialization Skee Ball, which is at Fourth Dimension Fun Center, which is kind of cool. And you've got Glade Valley's Community Show, which is happening at Walker's Overlook in Walkersville. And that's really cool. They have an FFA ambassador contest, food trucks, a cake auction. It's kind of like their mini fair going on in Glade Valley. Anyway, you can get to this every day. And I recommend using it every day, because I do believe looking at this calendar gives you a better understanding of how many things are going on in and around Frederick every day. Now, I have stuff on this calendar through the end of the year, because a lot of people have events. It's taking so long to populate. A lot of people have events that recur throughout the year, and that's no different. So go to bit.ly / EF calendar. All right, we'll get back to this. I'm going to leave it up there for you guys. You can screenshot it. You can check it out later too. All right, on the 28th as well, you've got the karaoke contest finals happening at Long Shots. and that is from 3 to 7, and benefits ship. On October 1st, you can get started on a new outlook on life with our friend Sharon Price, the Ultimate Wellness Program, Mind, Body, and Spirit Transformation. Oh, if you've been waiting for a sign to get things on the right path, here is your sign. 12 weeks. It is $25 per week, pay as you go, and you can check it out. And if you don't like it, don't continue. But I'm telling you, sometimes all you need is that little nudge, and here it is for you. Also, the Fall Suncatcher making class is happening on October 2nd. October 4th is First Saturday in downtown Frederick. You got to come, 401 North Market Street. We'll have pop-up vendors, 2-for-1 t-shirt specials, lots of great stuff going on. You'll be able to see the new podcast studio. My brother and I have been busy every single evening getting it ready to go. So I want you to come out, and if you're up for it, maybe we'll record a video while I'm there. But it's really... I can't wait for you guys to see it. Brunswick Railroad Days, October 4th and 5th. The Hispanic Heritage Festival is October 4th at the Carroll Creek Amphitheater. All right, October 8th, the Vietnam Wall replica arrives in New Windsor. The community is encouraged to wave flags and hold signs along the escort route. You can get details about this at BabylonVault.com, I think I included it on here later. But anyway, really, really cool event. I can't wait for you to hear from Carol and Tammy coming up in just a second. Caregiver Conference, part of the Elder Expo, is happening from 4 to 8:30. That one needs registration because that is a full conference that you can register for. From 6 to 8:30 at the heart of it all, Amplified Change is launching. We talked with Casey Clark a while ago. You can go back on our YouTube channel and see her interview about this program. They are starting with art therapy with students, which I think I'm all for. October 9th is the free 30th Annual Elder Expo at the Frederick Health Village. Tons of resources, free boxed lunch, free event. You go to espcfrederick.com for more details there. No registration is required, though, for the October 9th event. All right, 5 p.m., October 9th, the live concert and official public opening of the Vietnam Wall. Lieutenant Colonel Oliver North is going to be there speaking, along with some other amazing guest speakers. And I'm telling you, this is huge, and it is right here in New Windsor. So encourage you guys to go while it is here. The wall will be open 24/7 once it opens. 6 to 8 p.m. is Blossom and Bloom. We're going to talk with Katie. I'll have her on probably Friday, and to talk about this incredible organization. They are having an event at Union Mills Public House on October 9th. October 11th is Catoctin's Color Fest on the 11th and 12th, and Toys for Tots kicks off at Walmart on Monocacy Boulevard. I am going to be at Trunk or Treat for Dogs by Double Dare Dog Rescue. That's in Warman's Mill. I'll have lots of treats for adults and for the pups. The Learning Disabilities and Mental Health Awareness event is from 1 to 5 on October 11th. There is a new location at Monocacy Valley Church. And from 6 to 10 p.m., the Pink Ribbon Gala is at Koblenz Hall and Hood College. You can get your tickets now. October 12th is the Color Fest continues. I'm going to pop this off so we can see it. And deadline to order from Mount Pleasant Ruritan Club Soup and Sandwich event happens on October 12th. If you search for them, you will see their details and what is available on order. I also, of course, have it on the calendar on October 12th for you to place your order with them. All right, that's all I'm going to go through now because there are a lot of great things happen. Like you're going to want to get your tickets for the Pink Ribbon 5 or registration for the Pink Ribbon 5K that's coming up in October. Lots of other events, but I know it's just a lot. It's overwhelming, and I just want you to remember, we have such a great community with tons of amazing events happening every single day. All right, one more quick break. Then we're back with Tammy Ray and Carroll Smith with the Traveling Vietnam War Memorial information. Oh my gosh, it's going to be such a great event. And then I have your watch and win vehicle for today. You could be winning $100. All you got to do is stay tuned right after this.
At Mid-Atlantic Chiropractic, we understand how pain can hold you back. We're here to understand what you're going through. For a limited time, you can schedule your first visit for just $50. Give us a call and mention Good Morning Frederick, and let's get you feeling better.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is powered by Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, Total Car Care. Need an oil change or brakes? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can take care of that. How about exhaust or engine work? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can do that too. No matter what you need for your car, Ken's Automotive and Transmissions is Total Car Care. Go to kenstrans.com to schedule an appointment today.
A&S Construction is a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business, and they're located here in Frederick, servicing Frederick County and surrounding areas. A&S Construction specializes in roofing and siding. They can also fix up your windows and even build you a new patio or a deck. And how about those gutters? Right now with the rain, and if your gutters are full and clogged, that could be causing issues into your basement, your foundation. Avoid all of that. Call A&S Construction at 301-703-2157. Visit them online, ansconstruction.net. Remember, because you watch Good Morning Frederick, you get $750 off any roof or siding replacement or $50 off any roof repairs. Just tell Sandra you saw her on Good Morning Frederick. All right, let's find out who's doing good in our neighborhood. Doing Good in the Neighborhood is sponsored by the Healing Storm Holistic Wellness. Shannon and her team strive to make sure you're seen, heard, and valued. Healing Storm focuses on alternative holistic healing methods to relieve your stress and pain, from massage therapy to Reiki to lymphatic massage, stretching, and now with cryotherapy as well. It is a whole healing journey program at the Healing Storm. Go to thehealingstorm.com for more details and to schedule an appointment. You got to meet. I interviewed Missy, one of the new practitioners at the Healing Storm, and we'll get her on next week. First, let's do this. Tammy Ray and Carroll Smith are bringing a traveling Vietnam War memorial to New Windsor. Here they are. We're at the home of everything Frederick. That's 401 North Market Street. I have some new friends. I got Tammy and Carroll visiting today. Thank you guys for coming to Frederick.
Thank you for having us.
So, Carol, where are you from originally?
Well, I was born in Frederick Hospital in 1950.
Okay.
And my father, when 1 year old, moved to a farm, Wakefield Valley Road, and was there 11 years. He sold the farm and then built a new house and still work for a farmer. I grew up working for a dairy farmer.
Okay.
So, yeah, I grew up... the farmer I used to work for, he got me started with, he had registered Guernseys.
Okay.
He got me started with a calf, and I had 6 when I finally got out of 4-H. And I showed at the Carroll County Fair, Maryland State Fair. I had grand champion in Maryland State Fair.
Wow.
So, yeah,
You were in it.
I was a tickled guy. Yeah.
I love it. And Tammy, you are with, remind me the name of the company that you,
Babylon Vault Company.
Vault Company.
Yes.
I knew it was Babylon something. I wanted to make sure I got that right.
Yes.
All right. So together, you guys are bringing, and first of all, thank you so much for your service.
Thank you.
I see you're a vet, very well decorated Vietnam veteran, and we appreciate that very much. You are bringing a replica of the Vietnam Wall to New Windsor. Yeah, and that is coming up very soon. There's a whole week of or Wednesday to Monday activities going on
Tell me about, I didn't even know this existed, so I was very excited to find out about this. How did you know about this?
This is actually, first off, thank you for having us here today. And Babylon Vault Company, we're the one hosting it. Carroll has been a major supporter with us. He's basically been my wingman throughout this whole process. We've relied on our Vietnam veterans. That's been our true north to make sure this event is what it needs it to be for them.
Yeah.
So the traveling wall has been something that I have been exploring for the last few years.
Okay.
And in all reality, the likelihood of having the wall into Maryland is slim to none because we are so close to DC.
So the real one,
correct?
Right? To the original, yeah. And I can understand that. And you and I talked about it a little bit. It was just kind of like the planets aligned.
Correct.
Giving the opportunity,
for
people who may not have been to DC, or even those who may have, to have this function here in New Windsor, which is awesome.
Which is really, really important at the end of the day. I mean, the last time it was in the Maryland area was 9 years ago, and it was out near the Eastern Shore, which makes sense. The more rural areas is where they end up going.
Yeah.
And they go from coast to coast.
Yeah.
And there's several of them that travel across the country. And we were very lucky to have this one because each one is unique in its own way, but they still have the same mission of having a replica of the one that's in DC.
Yeah.
The one that we have coming, you're going to actually be able to do rubbings from this wall.
Yeah, you said that.
Yes.
And not all of them have that available.
Correct.
You also have an amazing program. So everything opens Wednesday, October 8th is when the wall arrives.
Yes, ma'am.
And you guys are going to have that all set up. When it is open, it will be open 24 hours a day.
Correct.
That's really wild. So that starts 6 p.m. on Thursday, the 9th. And you have pretty heavy duty masters of ceremony, or the guests that will be here.
Correct.
Yes.
That's pretty cool. Lieutenant Colonel Oliver North is going to be here. That's kind of neat.
Yeah.
Have you met him before?
No, ma'am.
Oh, well, this will be a good, I'm sure you guys will have a lot to chat about.
Yeah.
And then Colonel Harvey Barnum Jr., both U.S. Marine Corps retired. He's a Medal of Honor recipient. They're going to be doing the opening ceremony. That's pretty cool.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's important to note then that day, that evening, actually, we're actually going to open the event with a live concert at 5 o'clock.
Wow.
So Voices of Veterans, which is a veteran organization, sings at veterans' homes across the United States.
Okay.
And their mission is to bring therapy through music.
Wow.
And they do a fabulous job doing so. They have reported that a lot of times these veterans are there, they're lonely, nobody visits them. Some of them suffering dementia,
Yeah, of course.
where music will bring them out. They'll start tapping a toe or tapping a finger or sing to the song.
I like it.
So we felt that having this 45-minute play set from 5 to 5:45 on October 9th really sets the tone, because they are going to be Vietnam era songs.
Yeah.
And then they're going to finish with their original song, More Than Pictures.
Oh.
And we have been receiving from the community at large, including Frederick, pictures of those Vietnam veterans who actually know somebody that's on that wall.
Oh, wow.
So there will be a big screen flashing in the background with all these pictures of those that have friends or families that have someone on the wall as they sing their original song, More Than Pictures.
And we're going to be promoting from now through the event what's happening each day. Because every day you have some really interesting, very cool things. On Friday night, it's the Agent Orange Awareness Night with guest speakers.
Yes.
Saturday, you've got a POW MIA Remembrance Night. Also, Huey Fly-In and Landing.
Yes.
That's pretty
Saturday.
impressive.
Yep. 10 to 2 on Saturday.
Yeah.
Rain dates, same time Sunday.
Yeah. And then the closing ceremony at 6 p.m. on Sunday evening, all with some really special guests. For you, Carol, what does this mean for somebody like you who fought in Vietnam and lost, I'm sure, a lot of people close to you?
Well, when our tour duty was over and we come back to the States, we weren't greeted like other veterans when they come home from other wars, conflicts. And we just kind of shut ourselves down.
Yeah.
You have to move on. you have to seek work, find a job, and you moved on. You kind of forgot about your experiences in Vietnam. So, I mean, that's what we had to do.
Yeah.
And now this wall coming. I mean, I've been to D.C. twice and saw the wall down there, and that's a humbling experience.
Yes, of course.
But for this coming to the hometown, that means a lot to me, and along with other veterans, we can share with ourselves. This is going to be our homecoming, and I thank Tammy for her vision making this happen.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, look, you guys are a special group, really. And I'm sorry that when you guys returned home, the way that you came back, that's kind of one of those black marks on this history that I think a lot of people wish we could erase, but you can't.
Well, the thing of it is, you know, we was met to come home with like we were defeated.
Right.
And so we just shut ourselves down. That's the way it was.
Yeah. No, I think this is a really great opportunity maybe to have some brotherhood and camaraderie with some people who may not have had that for a while. A great bond that you guys have created all those years ago, and hopefully educating a new generation on the sacrifices that have been made for this country. You know, sometimes seeing people in person helps people to do that. It is a humbling experience. And you guys have such an amazing program. You've spent a lot of time putting this together. You can tell every detail has been looked over to hopefully present this in a way that I know you want to honor these great men and women. And so we're looking forward to this. All right. So this is all happening at the New Windsor Fire Department Carnival Grounds, right in New Windsor, October 9th through 13th. Like I said, each day we'll spend some time talking about what's happening. Is there anything in particular you're looking forward to, Carroll?
I'm looking forward to working this event. And making it happen. Like I said, Tammy had this vision about 2 years ago, where her uncle was a Huey pilot, and he suffered from Agent Orange. I'm telling your story, but
You can, friend.
but anyway, she had this vision, and she brought it on, and she's been our leader ever since. So
well, she's got a lot of passion. I've talked to her a few times on the phone, and I know she's really, again, it's a lot of hard work, and you're going to see it all come to fruition in not too long of time right now.
And one of the POW speakers is from Frederick, John Pree.
Really?
John Fur.
Wow.
We pray for their good health, that they can attend.
Yes, of course.
And we are super excited to be able to have this. We saw, as I mentioned to you, Dani, over our phone conversation, to your point, the way the Vietnam veterans were welcomed home. And it was nothing short of, there was no homecoming.
No.
So over the years, we have done several welcome home ceremonies, and Carroll has been one of those. And we've seen the profound impact when we recognize them and welcome them home.
Of course.
So now to bring this one step further, to be able to bring the wall in a safe place that many call home, away from that hustle and bustle in DC. We hope that that encourages them to take that next step, because we do believe that next step is going to be part of their healing journey.
100%.
So
it's never too late. Right?
Correct.
It's never too late to get that closure and healing. And
correct.
And kind of, you know, I agree 100%. Well, we are looking forward to spending those few days with you guys. Wednesday to Sunday is Thursday to Sunday, really.
Yes, ma'am.
The whole, the event. The public is obviously invited, welcome to attend. This is a free event.
Yes, ma'am.
You guys are really going all out. I definitely want to come to the opening. I'd love to hear Lieutenant Colonel Oliver North speak. I've not seen him in person, so that would be kind of cool.
He is good. It's going to be simply incredible. It is like you said, the wall opens officially at 6. We remains open 24 hours until we officially close on that Monday at 11 a.m. There's a whole list of information on our website, if I may, Babylon Vault Company spelled out.com. You go to the Vietnam Traveling Memorial tab. Everything you want to know will be is listed there, actually.
Yeah, and we'll make sure and show that so people
Thank
know where
you.
to go to get it. We'll share this out to all of our groups because really we want to make sure that the people who want to come
Yes.
have the capability to do so through family or friends. And I'm sure if anyone needs transportation or anything like that, please reach out to me and I will definitely do what I need to make sure if somebody wants to get to this, that they have that option to be able to do so.
And there's one other point that I'm speaking to you, Vietnam veterans exclusively. We know that you're not sharing your story out in public. We know that. We've seen that. But we're going to give you a safe space to do so. We have a tranquility tent specifically just for our Vietnam veterans. Carol will be part of this. And it will be by wristband and and it's a sacred place because it's a place where the bond of honor and trust, their brothers in arms, is where it's going to be happening. So we encourage our Vietnam veterans to come. Please, this event is for you and it's about you. And we're throwing out all stops to make sure that you have what you deserve, including a safe space to go. Just talk to the Carrolls that are out there. So thank you.
That's awesome. Well, again, we thank you. Yeah, go ahead.
Our motto is to honor, teach, and heal. And we hope to accomplish that in our mission.
Yeah.
And we have some incredible events that we've created. It's going to be an amazing, awesome event.
Yeah.
Come out and see us.
I think it's really important for people to understand that you, as somebody who was in Vietnam, has been a part of this. It's not just somebody planning this who's maybe even read stories or seen a movie, right? You have had an integral part in making sure this goes the way you think it should.
Well, I wasn't a John Wayne, but I was there.
You don't have to, hey, look, just going is more than I've ever done in my life, sir. So we appreciate that very much.
It's the furthest I've ever been from home.
Yeah. And then you came back and here you are. Well, we're glad you're still here. We really do appreciate you doing what you've done. Free admission, open to the public. We're going to talk about this every single day. October 9th through the 13th, New Windsor Fire Department Carnival Grounds. Thank you guys so much for making the trip, and we can't wait to come see you at this wonderful event you guys have put together.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
A little quick on the trigger earlier there. Apologize for interrupting that. That's okay. The full segment will be uploaded to YouTube. And I know we ran a little long, but that is an amazing event. Please plan to go and check that out. All right. It is time for Watch and Win. Let's go. Want to thank Tree Trekkers, Kids First Swim School, Key City Myofascial Release, and of course, the home of everything, Frederick. Is this your vehicle? Is this your vehicle? If it is, text 888-465-2944. You got 24 hours to do so. If you text, you win $100, just like Laura, Michelle, and Linda have done. You win $100 just by showing your Good Morning Frederick spirit on your vehicle. Appreciate that so much. We appreciate you, really. Thank you guys so much for watching every single day, leaving comments, letting me know that you're watching. That makes me feel good, and I really do appreciate that. All right, it is time to have a great day, and all you got to do is get out there. Let's be great.